This is Adobong Kangkong, but better. Today we're making Adobong Kangkong sa Latik, a simple upgrade that keeps the familiar adobo flavor but adds a deeper, nuttier taste from toasted coconut curds, or what we Filipinos call Latik. And it all starts with one ingredient most people skip entirely. This came from one mature coconut or nyog. To extract the coconut cream, place the freshly grated coconut in cheesecloth or any clean cloth. Then squeeze out as much cream as you can. If you don't have access to fresh coconuts, you can also use canned coconut cream. Just make sure it's coconut cream, not coconut milk, so it has enough fat to turn into latik and coconut oil. One mature coconut usually gives around 250 to 350 ml of coconut cream, so you can use the same amount if you're using the canned ones. After squeezing, strain the gata through a fine mesh sieve to remove any small coconut bits. Then pour the gata into a medium to large pot over low heat. What happens next is the part that makes this whole dish worth it. From here, we'll slowly cook it down until the oil separates and the coconut curds turn into latik. Make sure to stir often, especially once it starts thickening, so the curds cook evenly and don't burn. While the gata slowly cooks down, we can prep our aromatics. First, let's slice one medium-sized red onion. This is about 40 grams. You can dice it if you want, but I like slicing it thinly like this so it blends better into the dish. If you don't have red onion, white onion, yellow onion, or shallots will work as well. Next, we'll need around 5 cloves of garlic, or about 20 grams. Roughly chop the garlic for easier prep, but if you want a stronger garlic flavor, you can mince it more finely. Now let's go back to our gata. At this point, the coconut curds or latik are starting to form, and the coconut oil is starting to separate. You can cook the latik a little longer if you want a deeper golden color and a more toasted flavor, but be careful because it can burn quickly once it reaches this stage. Lightly golden like this already works well for this recipe. Push the latik to one side of the pan, then use the coconut oil to saute the aromatics. The rendered coconut oil will provide a much more aromatic base than just using regular cooking oil. There's no need to add separate oil for this one. Next, let's prep the kangkong. For this recipe, I'm using 3 small bundles, about this much. Make sure to wash it thoroughly to remove any dirt, especially around the stems. After washing, separate the leaves from the stems. Set the leaves aside, then cut the stems into 2-inch pieces. Once the aromatics are fragrant, add the kangkong. The stems take a little longer to cook, so we'll add them first. Saute for a bit, then add about 1 tablespoon of bagoong. Start with less if your bagoong is on the saltier side, then adjust later. Mix well so the bagoong coats the stems and sautés with the aromatics. To help soften the stems, add about half a cup of water or about 120 ml. This will help the stems cook through without drying out the pan. This part is optional, but I also like to add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce for an extra umami boost. Since this is still an adobo dish, let's add about 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce for that familiar salty adobo flavor. At this point, the pan should smell like the start of something really good. Then, add about 1 tablespoon of sugar to help balance everything out. Optional, but it helps round out the saltiness from the bagoong and soy sauce and the acidity from the vinegar that's coming. For an extra kick, add about half a teaspoon of chili flakes, or if you want it more spicier, you can also use fresh chilies if that's what you have. If you're enjoying this recipe so far, don't forget to subscribe for more Filipino home cooking videos. We share new recipes every week. For the full list of ingredients and their approximate cost, stay until the end of the video or jump ahead using the timestamps in the description. Once the stems start to soften, add the kangkong leaves. We're adding the leaves last because they cook much faster than the stems. Toss everything together so the flavors blend nicely. Cover and let it steam briefly until the leaves start to wilt. If the pot starts to get drier than you like, add a splash of water to make it a little more saucy. Lastly, pour in about 1 tablespoon of coconut vinegar. Let it sit for a few seconds before stirring so the sharpness of the vinegar can mellow down. Season with freshly ground black pepper, about half a teaspoon or to taste. At this point, taste and adjust the seasoning to your liking. There are many versions of adobong kangkong across the Philippines. One notable version is apanapan, staple in Western Visayas and the version I actually grew up eating. It uses ginamos and pork for extra flavor and richness. In Bicol, many versions use siling labuyo and gata for heat and creaminess. But for this dish, instead of adding the gata straight into the pot, we cook it down first. That's what makes this version different. So, let's give it a taste and see how it turned out. The kangkong is tender but still has a bit of a bite, and the sauce has that familiar salty, tangy adobo flavor. But because we cooked down the gata first, you also get this deeper, nuttier coconut flavor from the latik and coconut oil. It has all the elements of the usual adobong kangkong, just richer and more aromatic. How do you cook your adobong kangkong? Do you keep it simple, add pork, use bagoong, or do you have your own family version? Let me know in the comments below. Here's the full list of ingredients I used along with their approximate cost. You can pause the video or take a screenshot if you want to save it for later. Let me know in the comments which Filipino recipe would you like me to share next. A quick shout out to Hiddenly Love 18 for leaving this comment on our pinakbet video. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments how your adobong kangkong sa latik turned out. Subscribe for more easy Filipino recipes and click the video on your screen for another easy Filipino dish. Thank you for cooking with me and I'll see you in the next one.